Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Music Village. And thank you once again, Maestro, for checking on the generators, because it seems like we had a little bit of power-like technical difficulties during the show, delaying us by a good 2 hours. Perfect. But despite all of those delays, folks, we're still here to bring you some fun and delight on your Friday afternoon/night. And speaking of night, folks, I think it's time, with the streetlights just about to turn on, to check out some games from a planet far away from here and from the Steam machine as well, for another edition of the Friday Night Greenlight. And the first game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of P.T.2 with their said game, VDO. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Earthbound with a little hint of that horror movie series known as VHS. And the fact that you're sitting in a room watching a whole bunch of VHS tapes with a dark twist at the end of every single one of them, here's hoping in the near future that there's something that you could do to avoid it from happening to you. Cause I got a feeling that's how this all gonna end. Somehow after you're done watching all those tapes, you're gonna end up getting sucked through the TV, or the wires are gonna choke you out. So here's hoping you get items from the end of each one of these stories to prevent that from happening. I hope. And besides a tape that'll most likely kill you by the end of watching them all, the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of Shift Studios with their game, Evade. And this game automatically reminds me of Silent Hill. There's no other way to say it, it just reminds me of Silent Hill. And which one? I do believe Silent Hill 4: The Room, or whichever one that features you as a security guard like this guy is. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that you can barricade yourself in a room to avoid these evil characters at all costs, because I got a feeling there is no way you can defend yourself with a game that calls itself Evade. So no guns, no weapons, just ability to board up the room to avoid these enemies at all costs. And Maestro said, why are you not asking for a shotgun? Well, anything that can cause a fungus to grow on the wall that'll most likely lurch you at a moment notice? No shotgun this time, because I got a feeling it'll grab it and probably shoot you back. And with that evil slime out of the way and the evil character that goes along with it, the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of November 1/15 with their said game, Hamilton. And this game automatically reminds me of the movie Alive with a little hint of The Thing in there as well. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that sees a person sitting at a computer with no head, with a stick pointing out of it, that they give you a flamethrower to kill whatever the world is coming after you. See, it's a game like this, Maestro, that you will need some sort of weapon, because you might get turned into an alien in the process. And as a matter of fact, I changed my answer for the last game, include a flamethrower in that too. And the next game that we have up comes from the itch.io page of David Romadad, or David Rod Mad, thank you for the correction, Maestro, with their said game, What Awaits Us Below. And this game automatically reminds me of not only The Descent, but a little hint in there of As Above, So Below. And here's hoping in the near future, with those creepy creatures waiting for you at the bottom of the land, that you get some form of object to help you out when you get down there. Cause I got a feeling everything that's down there is going to try to kill you. And Maestro said, what about that flamethrower you were chiming about earlier? In a place like this, I got a feeling a flamethrower won't help you, it will just slow you down. and then tried to bring up the point by me saying a flamethrower earlier, like that wasn't gonna slow you down, but that's a different situation, Maestro. You're in some form of hell cavern being chased by a whole bunch of monsters. Flamethrower ain't gonna help you with this. Well, folks, before we end up in a horror movie argument like no other, I think it's time for us to go into the next game, which comes from the Steam Machine page of VWO Interactive with their set game, Nexomon. And this game automatically reminds me of Pokemon. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that they give you more than 3 starter Pokemon or Nexomon to actually help you win fights in this said game. And of course, a chance to go after whatever the hell that said Nexomon was waiting for you in the top of those mountains. And apparently, according to the Maestro, you get a chance to actually try to catch well over 300 of these Nexomon. So yeah, like I said before, definitely reminds me of Pokemon, and here's hoping you can play alongside with your friends too. And the next game that we have up, besides a gotta catch 'em all experience like no other, comes from the developers Revolution Software with their set game, Beyond the Steel Sky. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of Fusion Fall with a little hint of Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. And here's hoping in the near future for this said game, they allow you to build certain devices to help you get around this said beautiful steampunk-like environment that you're living in right now. And also that robot that they showed on one of the pictures, have that as your, assistant or sidekick to help you out at a moment's notice. Either that or the girl who's hiding in the sewers. What she's doing down there? Probably building a secret base for all I know. Oh, and here's hoping that you can build the secret base in this game too. And the last but not least game that we have up, besides people building secret bases and underground tunnels like if it was Freedom Fighters, comes from the creators AXC Games with their game, Anaria Battle Royale. And this game automatically reminds me of a combination of the Hunger Games and, for some strange reason, the Condemned. Even though it's not taking place on a prison island and in a full city instead, yeah, definitely reminds me of the Condemned. And here's hoping in the near future for this game that not only you get a chance to ride on that train or at least fix it to make it operational, to make it easier for you to make it to one side of the town or the next, but also give you a chance to fix any car in this game to help you get from point A to B a little bit faster than your opponents. And before you say anything, Maestro, in games like these, some form of mode of transportation is very important besides the ability to hide inside of a building. So yeah, cars. Here's hoping they have it in this game. And no, Maestro, not the song by Gary Newman. And besides that 80s shout out to Gary Newman, folks, if you guys want to go ahead and check out any other cool games that comes from a planet far away from here, beyond the Milky Way's galaxy, but comes down once so every often to give us some games, you can head on over to the Free Game Planet page of freegameplanet.com to check out a whole bunch of cool games that, like we say all the time around here, is out of this world. And if you also want to go ahead and check out any other cool games that's coming from the Steam Machine via the cargo plane, cargo ship, or subterranean train that is currently rumbling underneath your toes, you can head on over to the store.steampower page, only known as store.steampower.com, and just click ever so lightly on that upcoming page, as well as clicking on that Indy button as well, to check out a whole bunch of cool games that'll definitely brighten your day, and just in case it's night, brighten your night as well. You know, maybe even brighter than that giant oversized moon that may be lurking above your house like it does mine every time there's a full moon. I wonder why that happens. I think the moon's plotting against me. But before I go into that, folks, we might as well head back to that music once again. And when we return, we'll be back with yet another new DJ Smokey's True Video Game Stories right after this. So don't wear your horns out in traffic just yet, folks, and stay tuned.